Good morning. This is Al Vickery at AL Waters Capital in Braintree, Massachusetts, and this is your morning call video commentary for Monday, December 20th, 2010. We finished the week last week much like we had spent most of the time during the week, which was some very slight fluctuation for global stocks, and in most cases, especially in the U.S., we finished each day very close to even. The Dow finished about 7 points lower on Friday. Actually, the S&P, Nasdaq, and Russell 2000 did manage to see a slight upside, but for the most part, very thin trading volume. Most the big players in the market are merely waiting on the sidelines as we close out the year, and most investors are largely awaiting developments in Europe. Ongoing credit crisis, debt crisis there has really put some jitters into the marketplace. Ireland saw a downgrade of its credit by about 5 notches last week. Moody's also put Spain on watch. Most analysts think that Portugal, Spain, Ireland, Greece all could face further downgrades, as well as France and Belgium. And we even had a warning to the U.S. that the extension of the tax cuts recently will, of course, add about $858 billion to the deficit. And we haven't had a whole lot of action on reducing that deficit. So while some people just can't imagine the case, there is some chance that the U.S. itself could face some critical review for its credit rating as well. This isn't setting too well amongst investors, particularly as we head towards the end of the year. Most everything is just essentially tightened up, and nobody wants to really make any serious moves. Gold has been testing some lows. It reached, of course, a high of 1432 before starting to trail off. We see some end of the year profit taking, of course, setting in. Gold has bounced up this morning by about $6 or $7 up to 1385, and we really expect it just to stay in that tight range for the next few days. Next week won't be too much different. In the rare earth market, Molycorp saw a total of about 12% upside last week. They have moved closer to actually setting into production at their Mountain Pass facility in California, which would make them the lone U.S. supplier in the rare earth markets. There are other mines in the U.S. Rare Earth Elements has a take on a mining operation that's in the U.S., but they are a Vancouver-based company. Rare earth products, there are 17 in all. Not all of them are very important, but some certainly are in high-tech devices, military operations, and so on and so forth. And prices have doubled and tripled for some of the more critical elements in the past year alone. And a lot could happen in the coming year in this market, but we certainly think that the long-term prognosis for a company like Molycorp is very positive. Back to the gold markets, gold miners also look pretty good for the coming year. Survey has shown that most executives at the mining companies expect gold to level off at least at the $1,500 range, and they will certainly increase production to go along with the higher profit margins, the higher prices. So that will keep the price in check a little bit, but this will also mean some strong returns in the first few quarters as we head into the new year. So look for some really good movements for mining companies such as Newmont and Jaguar and some of the other ones that we've spoken about considerably in the past year. Don't expect to see too much movement today in the marketplace. Futures are up a little bit, but once again, we'll probably trade in a range and finish close to even as we have several times lately. It's best just to hold on to some of your positions that you have and ride it out as many others have into the new year. Until next time, happy trading. happy holidays, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.